Yeah. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Welcome to the new gameplay episode. What I have for you today is French TD, the premium tier 5 tank. And what I wanted to talk about today is it worth it to buy it, because you can buy this tank in a bond shop for 1500 bonds. And yeah, today we are on Karelia, and it's one of the best maps you can get for this tank. One more thing that I want to talk about is to compare it to his tier 5 counterparts, T67, the tier 5 American turreted tank destroyer, and the Wolverine. If I'm not mistaken, it's the American one too. So the best thing about this one, you can have the any French TD crew inside this tank with no penalties, so that's the plus that you can have compared to the Wolverine and the T67. But as you will see, and as you already saw, this one is not as fast as the Wolverine and the T67, and in camo rating he is almost similar to the both of them, little less, but it's almost the same. But the good thing about this tank is the accuracy. Without any equipment and without any special things from your crew, you will be at a 35 dispersion that I will show to you later on. And yeah, the premium ammo for this tank is really awesome. You're getting boost of the shell velocity and the penetration enormously. And for Karelia, this position here is really amazing. As you can see, on the low tiers it's really hard for them to spot you, and with the now I have really good crew with the concealment perks on all of my crew members. It's yeah, it's really amazing and really annoying. I don't think the T67 would be spotted here too, but probably he would miss a couple of shots compared to us. And in this kind of a matchup you don't really need that many gold rounds. Just let's say if it's a really long range engagement, I would say you change to the APCR rounds, the premium ones for this tank, because you're gaining like let's say 200 shell velocity, which is really nice. I will not shoot a lot of premium rounds this match because and there is no need, there is not a lot of heavily armored vehicles in this game, and Karelia is a perfect map for this tank. A lot of bushes, open space. It's really good for this tank. As you saw, my teammate here, my wife, actually was so unlucky and got sniped by the KV2, which is 1 in a million chance at the beginning of this game to get sniped by the KV2. The Stalin was guiding that shell, literally. And you see me now changing to the APCR, and just saw the difference between APCR and the standard rounds. I saw this one didn't hit, so I just switched because it's a now I have 2.6 seconds reload on this tank. And when you're going down the hill, this tank has actually a good top speed limit, but his power to weight is garbage. I tried using it with the turbocharger. It boosts the power to weight ratio a little bit, but it's nothing significant that I will drop the camo net for the, because the camo net on the tier 5 tanks, it's really good. I'm getting a lot of camo at a time, and just need to wait for it to activate and then shoot. My last shot there was a disaster. I shot the mountain, but I'm getting used to for this rapid fire tanks. And yeah, if you want to have something like T67, I really think this is the best choice for the tier 5s in a bot shop at the moment, because the only thing that you're sacrificing is a little bit of speed, but as you can see, it's really reliable gun for the tier 5, and you get a little bit of armor, can get some occasional bounces from the turret on this tank, and then on the upper hull if you angle your armor, but you need to be careful about this tank's side armor. You cannot side scrape with this one. You can see he's destroying the tier 5 tanks really fast. Actually, let's say compared, say one-on-one, this tank literally needs like 10 and a half, 11 seconds to kill each other. So now I changed to some APCR, of course, for the Matilda. This wasn't really needed, but I was trying to boost my damage fully. So as you can see, I always change the ammunition depending on who am I shooting at. Because it's a 2-second reload, you don't really sacrifice anything. And now this is just the cleanup. We destroyed this flank. It was the mistake. I tried to track him, but it was my mistake. I show you later on in the game. Sometimes, you know, the shells can actually be absorbed on these low tiers, because this is a 3-inch gun really on this tank, and the shells can be absorbed by the tracks. And the worst thing about this tank I will show you, but what I really wanted to show you is comparison to the M10, T67 and the Wolverine. As you can see, he has a slight advantage over a DPM advantage, slight penetration advantage. It's the same caliber of the gun, so same alpha damage, module damage, but the rate of fire is much better, and not much, but slightly better, and the reload time. Ammo capacity, you have enough ammunition for everything that you will meet. And here is what sets these tanks apart. Firstly, it's the aim time. The Wolverine has the best here, but the T67 has the worst one. The dispersion is the best. I looked around, this is one of the best dispersion values on any tier 5 TD, and all the other dispersions are really good. Just the turret reverse is not the best, but that's what you get for the tier 5 turreted tank destroyers. The only better thing is T67's turret reverse speed, but it's really nothing special. And this is what this tank literally sucks, is his power to weight ratio and the top speed. You know, the Wolverine, probably played it a couple of times already. He is a sluggish tank, and he has a 17 power to weight ratio, and compared to 13 and a half of the M10, he's really slow. rarely you will get to the top speed limit. Even with the turbocharger, your power to weight jumps to 15, which is still really low. But you have the frontal hull armor and the sum of the turret armor. You can get some occasional bounces, where the T67 really cannot bounce any shots. Maybe absorb something with the gun, or I don't know, tracks, but compared to everything else, he's no armor. And the camo rating, which is really important on the low tiers. Here the best one is of course the T67s, and even after firing it's the best for the T67. But with the thing is, for the French one, it's a premium tank, so you can use your French, let's say tier 10 crew, which has like 5 already camo and all the things that you need for the tank destroyer. And believe me, with all the perks and the camo net that you use, you will be most of the times invisible on the big maps. Nobody, you can literally fire shell after shell after shell and nobody will ever spot you. So now let me just show you the worst thing about this tank, and it's his side armor. Whenever you see this DPM beast or the tier 5s, if you see any glimpse of his side and you have the problem, let's say, penning his front, I don't know if you are tier 3 tank, just shoot the side armor. It's literally zero. There is no armor on the side, so you cannot side scrape with this one. And literally you don't really need to side scrape, because this is a paper tank too. I'm not saying that you will bounce a lot with this one, but turret armor actually has a really good angle on the sides, and if they don't shoot your gun mantlet or you just wiggle it, you will pull some really good bounces. So let's jump into the post-game stats. So of course I received the Ace Tanker medal, the high caliber, and the Top Gun for our 6th kills of the game. Let's go to the team score. We did most damage in this game. I think more than a half that anyone did in this one. It's really nice, really nice. And as you can see here, you will always, I fired a couple of the premium rounds because I'm half and half, because sometimes you can meet actually the tier 7s and you will have the problem of penning them, and with your rapid fire tank you actually need a lot of premium rounds too, but that's rarely the case. So we received a healthy profit of the 60,000 credits here, and our base experience was 1,676. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen, for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you didn't already, please, you have that really fancy button down there to subscribe to the channel, or if you liked my videos and my channel, you can go down into the description and follow me on the social media accounts. So thank you, and I hope I see you again. Bye.